All right, this is part two on the dirty air system. The first one I just had basic hookup on there. Now I'm just going to kind of go through what I went through here on it. First of all, I went through was placement on the pump. I mean, where do you put this thing? They had it set for over here. I think there's a way you can put it over here. Behind here, supposedly there was a cubby that you can get into. Mine's a complete metal wall behind all this, so I couldn't do it there. Here was iffy. I knew if I could have it in one place, this is all the way down low, where my clearance would just barely get me by. Like I said, that's jacked all the way down. And this thing is solid. I used 2 stainless steel worm-driven clamps and just really clamped it there tight. It's really hidden. My panel fits without it being noticeable, and you can barely see the pump. Everything else, all my wires have been ran through real nice. All my connections are all weather resistant. And if you go around to the other side, here's where I got the pump, and then there's where I got the dump. This button system was from the previous owner, and I was doubting it because it comes with a toggle system, but I really like it. You know, it's pretty much up down. You know, so might change these out to chrome later on, chrome buttons and chrome things, but for right now, that's what it is. All this wiring goes up into here. These are all done in a weatherproof plug, so I can actually take these plugs apart and work on this without bothering the whole system. Pretty much your ground and your positive was basic. I recommend to anybody, if you got more than 2 components running on these things, which I got a couple on here, is to go ahead and blue Loctite your bolts on these batteries. Had mine come loose and strand me one night. I thought I messed my whole bike up, but it was just that, so definitely do that. Another thing is the lines. The lines you get with the stock dirty air are very rigid and very prone to kinking. So luckily the person I bought this from had a whole spool of this aftermarket line. Very flexible. As you can see, it's virtually unkinkable. So that worked out really well because you got some tight areas you come through. So, you know, I feed both shocks into this T. This comes out, goes to another T, which this T right here goes to the dump. This T right here goes to the compressor. So it's pretty simple there on that. The main thing you got to get right is this down here. That right there. That's the whole brains of the network. That's the relay that you run your power and all your switches through. I didn't have the diagram for this, so I got online, and they really don't show one specifically for dirty air, but they show a bunch of them for different brands, and they're kind of the same. So I kind of figured out what that was. So if anybody wants to know about that, I can probably write that up for you real quick. It's basic once you get the concept of that. Pretty much just ran all my wires up through here, tightened everything up. Here's my, what do they call it, the dump cylinder, I guess, or solenoid or whatever. The out my air just releases into the bottom of this pit right here. As you can see it coming in right here, which is the dump valve. So right now we'll go ahead and we'll pump it up here. This is set all the way down at 9.5 inches. As you can see, I'll hit up. And it don't take it long, 10 seconds or so, and you're at full height, even without the tank. So I'm about approaching full height. Right there, all the way up. So as you can see all the way up, I still got plenty of room. You see my ride height, you can almost see the top of my wheel. That's 13 3/4 inches high, and you know, we're just going to dump it, man. You just go down to 9.5 inches, or I can stop it wherever I want. My ride height's going to be about 12 inches probably, and this is 13 3/4, so 12 inches is probably what I'll be riding 2 up at. But to go all the way down at 9.5 inches, that's what I'll do every time I park. So much easier to get it on and off the bike. I rode this here a while back with the air ride about 11 inches up, and it's really good. So I was really surprised in the ride. So more updates to come when I actually get it on the road and do some riding in it. But there it is.